Hey guys. Okay, what time is it? I don't have my, oh no. Okay, I'm gonna give us a couple minutes to get started. Let some people come in. If you come in, tell me who you are, tell me your name, tell me where you are, tell me what you did today, whatever you want to talk about for the next few minutes. A lot of times my live videos are a little bit garbled visually at first. And so if it looks garbled, don't worry. Hey there, Hannah. Don't worry. In a few minutes, it'll clear itself up. I don't know why it does that. But I left my watch in my bedroom. So I'm going to be right back while we wait for some people to come. You guys go ahead and talk amongst yourself if anybody else comes in, okay? Oh, it did. Oh, good. Okay, Hannah says it cleared right up. Hey, I'm back. Sorry, I had to get my watch. I have a light on my phone, and I got to make sure that we don't pass an hour, because if we pass an hour, it's never happened to me before, but I'm afraid that, hey there, Anna. I'm afraid that, thank you, Instagram will cut me off. And so in that case, we can't save it. We can't do anything. So I have to make sure that we end at like 8:25. We may end earlier than that. But anyway, I have some stuff to share with you guys. If you are pregnant or you know someone who is pregnant, there is so much information that I have gathered for this class. And so I'm really, really excited because I didn't have this stuff when I had babies. I had 4 different babies. I had 4 different birth experiences, none of them with the kind of support that I would be able to give somebody with these oils. So I'm really, really excited about this class. Some of my resources that I used while I was getting ready, there are some really great videos on the doTerra website. So if you're already a customer, you have access to all of doTerra's oil education. It is wonderful. And it's all, I would say doTerra is more conservative when they talk about like health and safety. They just want to make sure you are very, very safe when you use their oils, because they're very potent and strong. And so they're a great resource. This is another one. This is probably the one that I'm using the most, and this is the one that I'm giving away at the end of the class, okay? So whether you're a customer of mine, I'm super happy that you're here. If you're a customer of someone else's, if you watch my class tonight, or before morning, if you watch the replay, you're gonna get a chance to win a copy of this. I'm just gonna Amazon Prime it straight to your house, okay? And this beauty, this is what I use more than any other oil reference book. It is the Essential Life book. It's put out by Oil Life. It is made to go along with doTerra to support doTerra's users, but it is also it's also useful to people who might use other brands. Okay, so that's just something to think about. It is a really, really great resource. A couple of different ways I am going to maybe pop into this book and read you a couple of things, but I'm going to try not to do that very often. I only have one thing, but ultimately my advice is something that I might use for myself, but your body is your body, your baby is your baby. So I just want you to consider that you have stewardship over your own family and your own health, and I use it wisely. Do your own research if you feel like you need to. If you feel at all unsure about something that I say tonight, don't do it. Okay, so There you go. But ultimately, like I'm trying to be very, very conservative with the advice that I give. Okay. The ones that I talk about putting directly on your body are absolutely okay to put directly on your body, for example. Okay. As you're getting ready, let's start the class. Okay. As you're getting ready to give birth, you're approaching, maybe you're not even pregnant yet, but you're just ready to figure out what's going on. When you're looking for a doctor, a midwife, a birthing, what do you call those places? A birthing house, birthing center, there you go, a hospital. The things that I talk about tonight, you might want to use those to kind of vet the place that you're going to choose to have your baby, okay? Some hospitals might be a little iffy about having a diffuser, and if that's something that brings you great comfort just on a normal day, I would say look for one that does allow you to have a diffuser. If it's not something that's any big deal, you know, that's your own thing, right? Definitely talk to your midwife, your doctor, your doula about anything that you're taking, even if it is totally natural, okay? Because it's just really important that they know what you're doing and what you're using. If you're super healthy, they probably want to know what you're doing that's making you feel so good. It's making your labs come back so healthy, okay? So that's another part of it. Definitely you're going to want to make a list. You can, at the end here, I'm going to give you a chance to send me your email, and I'm going to save, hey, Liz. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I called you Liz. It's like we went back to junior high. I love you. Where was I? Oh yeah, make a list. Do you need something? Okay.
Is the spider too loud?
If you use it back there, it's not too loud. Okay?
So I have to close my door too?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Thank you for asking.
Thank you for asking. Okay. How does that make a list, right? I'm going to be able to upload this video to YouTube. So if you want a copy of it, just so you don't have to take notes right now, aw, I love you, then send me your email at the end, and I'll make sure you have a list of the notes. I haven't sent the emails for last week's class, so I'm going to be doing all of that this weekend, getting all of last week's notes and video uploaded to an email and all of this week's notes. So make sure I know which one you want. Okay. You're going to want to pack a bag. Obviously, you're going to have a go bag, but you're going to want to put either, doubles of your oils in there, or make your roller ball blends ahead of time. You want to make your massage oils ahead of time. Get all that stuff totally made and ready. The other thing that you're going to want to do to prepare as you're getting ready to give birth and you're choosing your place is you're going to want to start using your oils now, because you're going to be so much more sensitive to smells, sensitive to touch, sensitive to all kinds of things when you're in labor. You've had a baby before, you know about this. If you haven't, you may not know. You're going to be just extra tender, okay? Certain things that you like on a normal day, you might not like when you're in labor. Certain things, for example, Clary Calm. I don't love Clary Calm on a regular day, but when I am having like major hormone issues or just a super stressful day, I need this, and I know what it smells like, and my body has already started craving the oils that it needs. Okay, so you're gonna want to get to know your oils a little bit before the day. Okay, labor affects you physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and the cool thing about oils is they can meet you at pretty much all those levels, because your olfactory senses have a connection to hormones and spiritual stuff and memory and emotion. That's just the sense of smell, okay? And then also these things have chemical components in them, natural chemical components that work with your body. They're oil-based, your body is oil-based, so they speak the same language and they can work really, really fast. So essential oils are a really good way to support your body every day and your emotions every day, but they're even better to support you during labor. So it's a tool that you're really going to want to have, okay? There are 3 ways to use oils. This is just basic oil information, but you can use them aromatically, topically on your skin, and you can use them internally. Now, my guess is you're not going to have a chance to use them internally during labor and delivery, but that's something that we can talk about later in the class. But if you're going to use an oil, and let me just use our superstar, you're going to see this one a lot tonight, Balance. If you're going to use an oil aromatically, you can, one, put it in a diffuser, okay, of course. That's going to be really helpful for masking just those gross antiseptic hospital smells. But another way you can do it is just put some in your hands, rub them together, and just hold over your face and just breathe deep a couple of times. That's a really good option for if maybe you're not allowed to have a diffuser where you're having your baby, right? They also make little necklaces that have lava beads. You can actually put them there. That seems like a hassle on the big day to me, but your partner can put them on his body. Your doula can help you with this stuff. So there's lots of ways to use these aromatically, even if you're not allowed to have a diffuser, which hopefully you are. There's so many hospitals allowing diffusers these days. Okay, topically. For the most part, except for maybe frankincense and lavender, it might be a good idea to dilute the oil. And I can't find my coconut oil. Somebody was using it today. We use the oils all day long. To dilute the oil that you're using topically, because your body and your system is going to be so much more sensitive. It's like you're on your last nerve, literally, okay? And so since you're going to be so sensitive to smell, so sensitive to touch, I would say a single drop of whatever oil you're using is going to be the best way to use oils topically. And then you can use it again in 10 minutes, and then you can use it again in 10 more minutes, okay? So it's not like you're not going to be able to use a lot of oils, but just consider that you might be sensitive. And make sure whoever is helping you, whether it's your husband, your doula, your best friend, your kid, whatever, make sure they know also kind of the plan of less is more for that. You can put oils directly on the skin, but also there are some pressure points that you might want to learn. The pulse points actually help it absorb into the bloodstream faster. And then there are certain reflex points that you might want to learn before you go in, or maybe just make a list. Like if stalled labor happens, we're going to put this oil on the inside of my ankles, right? On the ankle bones. Okay. That's one of the reflex points that reflexology is so cool to me. But, just remember, less is more when it comes to smells in the delivery room. Let's see. Okay, so last week we talked about oils to avoid during pregnancy. Oils for labor are actually those same oils that we avoided during pregnancy. So once labor has already started, or once you're at least 40 weeks, oops, my computer's on. You can bring out oils like jasmine and clary sage. Clary calm is, I love and essential oils. Good to see you. Clary calm is one that you might want to use aromatically while you're pregnant, but not one that I would probably put on my body because it has clary sage in it. Other ones that might have been on the avoid list, and I don't have that whole list in front of me, might be actually really good for the day you go into labor, okay? There are some oils that are great for massage. These have natural pain relieving elements in them, analgesic qualities. Geranium, basil, black pepper. Add a drop of each to some coconut oil and have somebody massage that into your back if you're going through back labor. If your legs hurt during labor, that's a good one to go there. Stress is a big part of labor. And some oils that are helpful for stress in the delivery room. Okay, this is our first example of Balance. There you go. Serenity. Now, some people are sensitive to Serenity because it's a pretty strong scent, but oh my gosh, it smells so good. So it's one that you want to get used to before the big day. Serenity is great for, it's called the restful blend. So it's great for calming, for helping ease feelings of stress. And then in general, lavender. If you don't have any other oil, lavender is going to be really great for helping just bring on a sense of peace in your delivering room, okay? For grounding and focus, there is something that happens when you go into labor, when you are in these really major, hey there, Amanda, major contractions, okay? And this is, everybody feels contractions, whether you, maybe not with a scheduled C-section, I don't know, I've never had that, but if you're going natural, if you're getting the epidural, if you're having a C-section and you go into labor, like you're gonna feel it, right? And there is this need to like escape what your body is doing, okay? Like there's this tendency to want to run away from your own body while you're in labor. But the thing is that can actually be very detrimental to the progress of your labor. You need to be able to be in the moment, not somewhere else, not escaping, you know, the emotions that you're going through or the physical, I don't want to say pain, but like the physical pain that you're going through. You want to stay in the moment because, and this is something that I noticed, I was only able to go without medication one birth, and it was just a really lovely experience. But I noticed that if I started breathing at a certain time during a contraction, if I stayed very, very focused and very in the moment, that it also helped with pain management. And so you're going to want to stay there. There was this awesome example in the book, and we're talking about this book right here. This is before she felt comfortable putting essential oils on her moms when they were in labor. But so there's this one, and she knew that she had some trauma from her past. She had some sexual trauma from her past, and she thought when the pain starts, when it gets really, really intense, intensity was what I was trying to think of earlier. When it gets intense, like she was afraid, the midwife was afraid that she was going to leave her body, right? Like disassociate from the moment and, you know, be distracted from what was actually going on today. She was going to have memories or flashbacks or whatever of her trauma. And so she knew about this balance. It's very grounding. And if you've ever smelled it, you're just like, it is really good for focus. It is really good for being in the moment. And she didn't put it on the mom. She put it on her own body. She put it on her chest. And she said the mom was swaying during contractions. And as she swayed closer to the midwife, she would hold on and just breathe deep a few times. And then she would go. And then she, you know, later in her labor, she went into the bathtub. And she said, what was on you? Can you get that for me? I need to smell that some more. And so she got her the bottle and she just smelled it straight out of the bottle. And I don't know what it is in balance that makes you just feel so grounded, but I think it's probably the frankincense. And later she said, you know, I was having flashbacks. I was getting really distracted by the pain in my body, and I wasn't able to see, like, I'm here to do a job. I have to finish this thing. I have to stay focused. And that is very, very common in birth. So you got a job to do. You have a baby to bring into this world, and balance is very, very good for staying grounded. One way that you can use balance, you can put it in the diffuser, obviously, but you can also add some coconut oil to it and rub it right into your feet. That is a great place if you need to be focused and grounded, and it's just nice to have your feet rubbed when you're in pain, right? Okay, here's a couple others. Oh, and I don't have these because we've been using them outside of this room, obviously. Once labor is started, you don't want to mess with clary sage unless labor's already been started. If you're, you know, past 40 weeks or whatever. But you can actually do a mix of clary sage and myrrh. Myrrh is one that we're also going to be talking about. It was great for preventing stretch marks on your belly. So as you get your oils during your pregnancy, you might already have myrrh. But you want to dilute it and put it right on the lower belly. Hey, it's my boyfriend. Hey there, Donnie. You want to put it right on the lower belly where your contractions are, and then you want to put it on the inside of your ankle bones, and that will actually help. That'll actually help keep labor going or get it going. My sister said that her labor stopped at 7 centimeters. Nobody wants that, right? And so her midwife actually did add clary sage and a couple other things to her belly to help get things going again. Some great oils to diffuse during labor or in the delivery room. There's a bunch of them actually. Citrus is wonderful because citrus is just naturally going to make you feel good, and I mean like happy and uplifted, stuff like that. But Citrus Bliss is, here it is a mix of all the citrus oils plus a little vanilla. This one smells really good. It smells like one of those popsicles that have a creamsicle. That one's really good. There's a new one coming out called Citrus Bloom, which sounds like a floral oil with a bunch of citrus. Hey there. Welcome. We're doing pregnancy oils, or labor and delivery oils. Citrus oils are naturally antibacterial, so they're going to help, if you're diffusing them, they're going to help kind of cleanse the air, but they're also really pleasant, and they help with just emotional support. One of our favorites in my on my team is the Elevation. Everybody loves Elevation. There you go. That one has clary sage in it as well, and some citrus oils. If you don't have any other oil, diffuse lavender in your labor room. And wild orange and peppermint are invigorating, and they can kind of pep you up. So if you are just exhausted after very, very many hours of labor, put some wild orange and peppermint in the diffuser and see if that doesn't help a little bit. Okay. Here is a labor massage blend that I found in this book. It is 5 drops of fractionated coconut oil, 5 drops of ylang ylang. That is one that makes me feel empowered and feminine. Okay, I love that one. 5 drops of helichrysum, 5 drops of digestin. That is our digestional blend. And a lot of times, yes, we do feel very nauseated when we are trying to give birth. I thought I was going to puke, but I never did. 2 drops of peppermint and 2 drops of clary sage, and you can massage that into the abdomen. You can massage that into the lower back and also on the inside of the ankles, and it's very just helpful for going through the labor delivery process. A foot massage blend is Balance. Again, I'm telling you, you need this oil. Balance and wild orange. And wild orange is also one of those just happy fragrances. Great for foot massage during the hard day. And then during the pushing stage, and I'm going to try not to get too graphic here, but your skin is going to have to stretch quite a few centimeters, yes, quite a bit to get that baby out, right? And so to massage the skin, help stretch it, help with any bleeding or bruising or trauma to the area, you can actually use, and I didn't even write down this one, but it's helichrysum. Helichrysum is so great for any kind of bleeding or bruising or skin trauma. It actually helps put the skin back together. It's kind of like it helps it knit back together. So 20 drops of helichrysum. This is just for that moment when the baby is emerging. Okay, 20 drops of helichrysum, 20 drops of frankincense. We're bringing in the big guns, and 4 tablespoons. That's a lot of fractionated coconut oil, and that's one that you're going to want to make before. And you're going to gently massage that as the baby is crowning into your body. Okay, that's where you're putting it. It helps with bruising, swelling, and bleeding. Okay, I tried not to get too graphic there. I don't know who's going to be watching this. Okay, and then what about if you have a C-section, right? Basically, a lot of it's going to be the same as the other options. I do have a friend who got so upset when she found out she was going to have a C-section. It wasn't planned, and she got very, very scared. She ended up having to be put under completely. It was a sad story. But if you're feeling those feelings of panic, of being overwhelmed, of being scared, you want to say hi? Yeah. This is my littlest guy, Eli. Okay, but go back because I have a lot more to tell him. Oh, ow. Okay, let's put some lavender on it. You want to?
She said I could say hi.
You did. Come here.
This is what helps for stuff.
This is what helps for owies, lavender. Does it help it feel better? And it also has a little antibacterial quality to it. Okay. All right, that's all. Love you. So if you're feeling panicked, scared, overwhelmed because you've just been told that you have to have a C-section, or you've been planning it and you're just feeling scared anyway, Balance and Wild Orange again, these two are great. You can breathe those right out of your hand, or you can actually put a little bit behind your ears, okay? And that's gonna help. Those scents are definitely, if you want to make them even work better, and I don't know if this is something that you would do, but before birth, if you really, really want Balance and Wild Orange to trigger those feelings of safety and calm, I would suggest finding a scripture that really makes you feel that way, that just reminds you that the Lord is with you, that He's walking with you, that He never will leave you or forsake you, that He knit you in your mother's womb. You know, those kind of scriptures. If there's something that is just like your life verse that makes you feel very, very secure, I would say use those two on your body or in a room and recite those scriptures to yourself or read them while you're using them, and then that's going to help even more, because again, the sense of smell can trigger emotion, hormone release, memory, all of that. Okay, it's very, very powerful. All right, I got a little emotional there because there was this one moment when I was in the tub giving birth to my second child, and I was like, I can't do it. And Donnie was whispering in my ear, he's praying, and he said, "Thank you, Jesus." And I just yelled out, "Thank you, Jesus." And then later I was like, that probably seemed really weird to people in the room as I'm actually like crowning. Okay, it was crazy. All right, you can use oils on newborns, y'all. There are a few oils that are safe for that baby as soon as he comes out. Okay, this is really cool, and I didn't know about this. This is so neat. A lot of people put frankincense right on their sweet baby's head right when they're born. Okay, you can wait till they're cleaned up, you can not wait until they're cleaned up, whatever you need to do, but you put a drop of frankincense directly on the top of their head. Okay, some people do this as a religious kind of a new baby ceremony. Some people do it as just a way to help calm them. They've kind of been through a traumatic experience also. You're not the only one who went through it. And it might even help with bonding between the new family and their baby, okay? So also you're going to want to rub some down the spine just with your fingertip. Put a single drop on your fingertip and rub it down the spine. And you can do that every single day of baby's life, okay? Frankincense is very, very good for the entire body. And so, yeah. It's something that you can use every single day. One thing that's cool about doTerra is instead of having, okay, so this is the undiluted oil right here, this little 15 milliliter bottle. They also have something called a touch kit. And that is oils that are pre-diluted and just ready to use right away. Frankincense is, it doesn't require dilution for anybody, but this is pre-diluted and just ready to go. And it's so simple to roll that down baby's spine as soon as that baby's born. And it also comes in lavender, although I don't have that right here, but lavender is nice for baby's feet. And if you're ready to give them their first bath, you can drop some lavender in the bath water. There have been a lot. If there are any studies on essential oils, they're the most probably on lavender. It is probably the most used in the world because it's so popular. But lavender dropped in bath water with newborn babies who are getting baths from their parents. What they noticed was that the parents who used lavender in the water, and I'm just talking about a single drop, y'all, they tended to linger longer in the bath. They weren't so hurried, and so they just kind of slowed down and enjoyed themselves, and they made eye contact with the baby more often. And in turn, and they smiled at the baby more often. And in turn, the baby reacted with more time staring into their parent's face, more time just kind of connecting there. The baby would sleep longer later, and I am not talking about Johnson & Johnson infused with oils, okay? Those are all chemical products that are not even based in nature, okay? I'm talking about the real, like, doTerra, highest quality on earth lavender oil. But anyway, they would sleep longer later, sleep more soundly, and I thought this was just absolutely amazing. They would test the cortisol levels in mom and baby afterward, and they had significantly decreased after using lavender, one single drop of lavender in baby's bath. Is that amazing? I mean, I just think that is so cool. Cortisol is not your friend, okay? It is the stress hormone. It makes you sad and anxious and fearful and agitated. You want to avoid cortisol. So get yourself some lavender. You can put it straight on baby's feet, or you can put it in the bath water. Roman chamomile is wonderful to diffuse. When you're diffusing in a baby's room, don't use very much, all right? Their respiratory system is very sensitive. Their little liver and kidney are not, fully ready to take on the world yet. So just start with 2 drops in the diffuser. If you are concerned about that, diffuse it in the room and then take it out and put baby to bed in there. But Roman chamomile can actually help with those early days of digestion. And, digestion is connected to how much bilirubin is in the baby's, liver, and how much jaundice they have. So you want their digestion to start working very, very quickly. And Roman chamomile can help with that. All right, myrrh. Hey, Essie, can you go get the bottle of myrrh out of the bathroom? I was washing my face with myrrh the other day, but it's in your bathroom. But myrrh is a great one. You've already used it for stretch marks. You've already used it to help get your labor. It's going to help the clary sage work better. Myrrh itself is not going to help increase labor contractions. But here it is, myrrh, the same myrrh and frankincense that were delivered to Jesus. Okay, this one's hard to open because it crystallizes. But the umbilical cord, as soon as you cut that, that is a direct line from the outside world to all of your baby's body systems, okay? Like, you got to keep that for real protected. So you can put myrrh directly on the baby's umbilical cord and around the belly button. What it does is it kind of makes a liquid seal. I don't know if you can tell this, but it is all crystallized. I could wash that off, but why? It's all crystallized around the tip here. So it actually kind of forms a seal, and it crystallizes, and it's like a protectant. In addition to the things that it does, which is like helping knit that skin back together, helping your body heal itself, okay? Again, guess what we're talking about? The star of the show today. Balance is amazing for babies. It has a few of the ones that we've already talked about. It has Roman chamomile in it. It's already diluted with a little bit of coconut oil. It has blue chamomile, not Roman chamomile, and it has frankincense in it. So what you can do is you can rub that into baby's feet just for a sense of lessening tension, lessening stress, and baby massage is very powerful as far as bonding and spending time with the baby. And then we kind of have this mother of all oils. She is a pricey gal, but she is very, very, very important as far as keeping you healthy. So if you have the funds, if you have extra points on your doTerra account, whatever, Melissa comes in, and I don't even have any. Melissa comes in a little 5 ml bottle like this, and it's about $125 wholesale, okay? But it is the mother of all immune supporting oils. All right, so it would be very nice to put just a tiny drop, and I'm not even talking about a full drop. Just open that little Melissa bottle, tilt it like that, and then rub that into both of baby's feet. You could do that every single day, and you could do it for yourself as well. Okay. Postpartum. Let's talk about postpartum for you. Hey, S, can you bring me the box of vitamins? I forgot everything for this class. How are we doing on time? I think it's on that table in there. Okay, we've got 20 minutes. It's just a box of vitamins. Okay, postpartum. Here's a couple tips about nutrition as far as postpartum goes. When you are pregnant, the bulk of the nutrition goes to your baby, and then you get the leftovers, okay? But if you are planning on breastfeeding, the way your body divvies up the nutrition is you get the bulk of it, and then your breast milk gets the rest of it, okay? So it is super important for baby's health and development to make sure that they get that solid cream instead of skim milk. You need to bulk up your nutrition as well. So if you've been using, I talked about the supplements a little bit last time, but I would suggest the Lifelong Vitality supplement pack. It is doTerra's #1 product because they have a 30-day guarantee and it has a 3% return rate. The table right across there's not a vitamin box, a box of vitamins?
It's a box?
Yeah, it's a box. Anyway, I'm not going to get it by the time I want to show it to you. But so Lifelong Vitality is, here it is. Okay, and it's just a 3-pack of all 3 things that you need nutritionally. Also, the Terrazyme and the probiotics would be a great addition to just make sure that all that you're trying to eat, all the nutrients that you're trying to eat are actually being absorbed into the body. If you have questions about those supplements, let me know, because it's really important that you have kind of a baseline of health, because the essential oils and everything else that you're doing will actually work better if you're getting that nutrient. If you're getting that nutrient level that you really need. So, there you go. Whether it's your first baby or your 6th baby, you will have cramps after you give birth, and that's because your uterus is massive. It's like 45 times bigger or something like that than it was before, and it's going to have to contract constantly to get back down to size, especially when you're breastfeeding. So there are a couple of oils that you can use because you want to put them straight on your body, and then you're going to have baby laying on your belly. So you don't want to use anything that could be painful. You want to avoid using like the deep blue on your belly because it has peppermint in it, and it just might be too much for baby's skin. But here we have again lavender. And lavender and frankincense are just a great combination. Lavender has analgesic properties, and it can actually help soothe those uncomfortable cramps, and it's okay if baby touches it on your skin, okay? If you get home and, everybody goes back to work, everybody stops bringing dinner, mom, goes back to where she lives or whatever, and you just feel super overwhelmed and unbalanced and tearful. Where is it? We're going to go back to balance. That's a great one. And you can also use it in combination with serenity. Some people jokingly call that liquid Xanax, but it is really great to put 2 drops of each in your hand and just sit with it. 5 deep breaths, okay? Think about what's true. A lot of times when we're overwhelmed, we think about things that aren't true, and we, get down on ourselves. So getting back to what's true, where am I? What did my body just do? What did my body just do? Okay. Pretty exciting. If you had a C-section and you're dealing with gas, because that's what happens when you have so much anesthesia. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word. Digestion is actually helpful for that. Digestion does have a little bit of peppermint in it, so if you're breastfeeding, just be watching that it doesn't make your breast milk supply go down. Oh, excuse me. And then for that C-section scar, here a couple of oils that you can use on that are frankincense. We have an anti-aging blend called Immortelle that has some very high quality skin repairing oils in it. And then myrrh, those 3. Frankincense, myrrh, and Immortelle, the blend. It's in a roller already. That's great for breaking down scar tissue and just helping the healing process. Okay, I mentioned if you are breastfeeding, you're going to want to avoid peppermint. In some women, peppermint helps decrease your breast milk supply. So if you're trying to dry up, it's great. But if you're trying to have tons and tons of milk for your baby, maybe avoid peppermint. And then a bunch of the blends also have peppermint in them. So if you're used to using something like Slim and Sassy or Deep Blue or something like that, see if you can't use a few oils that are in those blends, or just wait and try something else, okay? If you are dealing with dry, cracked skin, you can actually, if you specifically dry, cracked nipples from breastfeeding, you can use myrrh again and geranium. And so latch off baby, put baby down, and then apply those oils directly to your skin, and then cover them with your nursing pad. You won't need to wash it off later. If you do it right before baby nurses, it's not going to help. So do it right after baby's done nursing. Your body will have plenty of time to absorb those things before baby needs to nurse again, okay? And again, myrrh is so great for kind of sealing off cracked skin. And then if you need a boost of your milk, fennel in a capsule. doTerra has these awesome little capsules that you can kind of play pharmacist yourself, but they're just empty capsules. You can put fennel in that to help, and you can take that internally, or you can actually use basil oil topically. Just avoid the nipple. Okay, so let's talk about postpartum sadness, baby blues, okay? Again, nutrition is going to play to that in a major way. Your gut is your second brain, okay? So much of your adrenal function, your hormone function, your thyroid function, it's all connected to your gut, and those are connected to your hormones, and those are connected to your emotions, okay? So having great nutrition is very, very important. Supplementing with an amazing supplement like this one, probiotics, digestive enzymes. The TerraZyme is the one doTerra has. Those are very, very important, okay? Page 160, it says, read a quote. The most common nutritional deficiencies in those who suffer from depressive disorders are B vitamins, omega-3s, and magnesium. Those are the most common deficiencies. And this is sufficient in all 3 of those as far as, along with tons of other things. Okay, so that's just something to think about. Great quality supplements are very, very important when dealing with that stuff. To kind of support your hormone shift or your hormone dump, and this goes for whether you've just given birth or even if you've had a miscarriage, there are some oils that can help with that. So just support healthy hormone levels. Clary Calm, again, this is the Women's Monthly Blend. You can rub that right on your uterus, right on your thyroid, like anywhere you need it. You can wear these as a personal perfume. You're going to smell great and you're going to feel better. Balance, again, is a great one for that. Cheer is called the Uplifting Blend. Cheer's a little bit too spicy for me because I don't love cinnamon, but it is very cheerful. And then again, Wild Orange. These are great ones. You can wear them all day long. Keep reapplying them. When you feel bad, you're going to smell amazing. And you kind of smell like sour milk anyway, so mask that sour milk smell. Drink citrus oils in your water. 1 or 2 drops per cup of water. Just don't underestimate the power of citrus oils when you're feeling down, okay? And then a really great hormone balancing oil is frankincense. And I know women, and I forget to do this a lot, but I know women who add frankincense every single day. They put 2 drops under their tongue every morning, and it just kind of helps them start the day even and ready to go. Okay, so frankincense is a great one for supporting healthy emotions and hormones. All right, guys, that is the bulk of the information that I have for you. There are so many ways to support your healthy labor, delivery, newborn baby, and everything that you deal with postpartum through oils and natural supplements. I use doTerra, and it's the only one that I recommend as far as all this advice that I've given you. I did massive research before I decided which oil company to go with, and I would love to discuss that with you if you're kind of on the edge of 1 or 2 companies and you're not sure which one to choose. But I'm not going to go into that today because we're running out of time. But there are 3 ways to order doTerra. The first way is by buying retail. Retail costs 25% more than if you have a membership. So really there's not very many retail customers out there, but yeah, sometimes people do that. A membership doesn't mean you have to purchase every month. It just means you have kind of pre-purchased your discount. Okay, so the membership costs $35 and it lasts an entire year. And then at the end of the year, you'll have the option, not an automatic, an automatic payment, right? You'll have the option of adding another year's membership to your cart if you want to order again. The second year, it's $25 and they give you a free peppermint, which is like $22. So it's like a $2, it's like a $2 renewal fee. Totally worth it. But the other way to order is below wholesale, and that's by choosing a pre-packaged kit that is even less than wholesale. A couple that I would suggest for this one, if you are not sure where to start and you are pregnant, you have time to maybe try out oils before you have to get, some of the bigger ones like myrrh and Serenity, Citrus Bliss, stuff like that. The Home Essentials Kit is right here. It comes with full-size bottles and a diffuser because you definitely want a diffuser, and doTerra's diffusers work really, really well. If you are, not ready to jump into something, the Home Essentials Kit is $275, and it comes with a free gift this month. But there is this other one that has smaller bottles. And if you have more time to kind of get started and think about, what oils to use every day, I might suggest that one. It also comes with a diffuser, which is nice, but it comes with like trial size bottles. Most people, when they start using oils, they're like, man, I wish I didn't have those trial size bottles because I already have to replace them. But if you are just not sure, then that's a good way to start. The one that I mentioned before, the Home Essentials Kit, it has 3 times the oils for less than twice the price. So that's kind of how that price breakdown goes. And the bigger the kit, the bigger the discount, okay? You're welcome, Anna. Love you. And then here there is the Natural Solutions Kit. That is if you just want all of it right away. It's the most discounted as far as those 3 kits goes. It has the most oils that we talked about tonight. And it also comes with a diffuser, some of the supplements, comes with these supplements and the Terrazyme and the probiotics, okay? And it comes with 100 free product points the next month. So that's just something to think about. But it is an investment at $5.50. So there you go. I would love to help you with that. If you already know somebody who uses doTerra or who sells doTerra, go with your friend. Okay, that's really important. You're going to be with them for the rest of your time in doTerra. If you don't know anybody, call me. I would love to be your oil lady. Send me a message and I can help you get started. If you're not sure where to start, I can help you with that too. Okay. And then if you are interested in getting a copy for free of the essential oils for pregnancy, birth, and babies, I'm going to be sending that to somebody. So send me, if you want to be entered in that, send me your email address, DM it to me, and I will make sure to get you the notes from this class, the recording of this video, and also enter you in that drawing. And I'm probably going to choose the winner tomorrow afternoon sometime. Okay, so watch for that. Y'all, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to upload this, so it'll be here for about 24 hours. And then if you're looking for the replay later, just message me, and hopefully I'll have added that to my YouTube channel. Y'all have a good night, and I love you, and I'm excited for you if you're expecting a baby. Bye.